Hi there, Hoarders! Welcome to my video review and comparison for the Star Wars Naboo Foam Firing Blaster. Videos on the Scruffy-Looking Nerf Hoarder channel are intended for audiences of 13 and above.
Why, you stuck up, half-witted, scruffy-looking Nerf Hoarder!
This blaster was released by Hasbro in 1998 and it's based on the S-5 heavy blaster pistol used by the Naboo guards in Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Here's a look at the front of the box, sides of the box, and the back of the box. Ooh, 20 Jelly Master Points. Before I open this blaster, I thought I'd tell you some of my thoughts of Episode 1 when I first watched it and how it's changed over the years. Now, when I first watched this movie, the blaster design, a lot of the ships, I couldn't relate to it. It seemed like it was another universe. It didn't feel like Star Wars to me. A lot of the original trilogy blasters were based on old real weapons. And suddenly, the prequel trilogy came along, and I didn't recognise any of these blasters. It seemed so strange. I mean, some of the characters were really good. At last, we shall have a revenge on the Jedi. Mind clicks don't work on me. Only money. Now, cut to 20 years later, and I do love The Phantom Menace. It's really grown on me. The pod racing scenes are great, and the Duel of the Fates music is some of the best in Star Wars. And it has its faults, but you know, every film does. But it's still Star Wars at the end of the day for me. Included in the box is the blaster and 3 suction tip darts. This blaster is a front-loading, single-shot spring blaster. To fire, you put the dart into the end. It goes approximately 3/4 of the way in. You pull back on this priming handle, and then you push this button that's in the handle. What's quite unusual about this blaster is the firing mechanism. So when you pull back on the priming handle, rather than there being a trigger, this is just all moulded plastic. You have to push this button, which makes it fire. So when you're holding it like this, the button's on the other side as well. It's almost your thumb needs to push the button in. So you put it back, your thumb pushes in rather than you pushing any trigger button. It has 2 scopes on top. You can see one is hollowed out so you can see through it. One is just filled in so you can't see anything through that at all. And you can see some of the details on the side there. It's got the grappling hook sort of moulded into the plastic on one side. And then there's a couple of other details underneath as well. Now this bit here, I think this is meant to be a dart launcher. You can see this is a bit rubbery, whereas the rest of the blaster is hard plastic. But this bit, I guess if you're going to knock into things, this is deliberately built to be a bit more forgiving. Always wear eye protection unless you want to end up like this guy. So today, I'm wearing this. Tested this blaster on my chronograph and achieved an average velocity of 42 feet per second. Comparing this to the Nerf Elite average of 70 feet per second, this blaster fires well below par. But please bear in mind, this blaster was released over 20 years ago, so it's not going to compare to today's standards. My first comparison will be between this blaster and the prop we saw in the movie. And straight away, the first thing is the size. This one is really, really undersized. When I'm holding it, you can see there my hands don't really fit on it. And it's so small in comparison to what it would have been in the movie. But that being said, the actual colours of it look really good. Some of this gold and the silver down here is really nice. And the details on the scope. And is it the grappling hook fitted on the side here? It all looks really nice. It's just really undersized. And yeah, it probably could do with a lot more detail on it. But for a toy blaster, it's quite nice, just very, very small. Here's some details from the episode 1 visual dictionary that I found. You can see it's got the grappling hook on the side, a dart launcher underneath, and the primary sight at the top. And it goes over some of the other details on the blaster. I'll now compare this blaster to the Naboo Super Soaker blaster that was released around the same time. And you can see straight away the difference in size is incredible. The Super Soaker is almost oversized for the blaster that was in the movie. And this one's really undersized, so they do look quite funny together. With a real sort of difference in the size in there. And just look at the size of the scope on the Super Soaker. It's massive. Here's another comparison between this blaster and the Naboo blaster from the episode 1 laser tag set. And you can see there, let's get them the same way. You can see there, this is a lot more to size and scale of what we would have seen in the movie. There's a lot of detailing on there. It looks really nice with the scopes. Again, the same colouring, but it's just a lot nicer size. You can see there, it's got the grappling hook on that one, and it's sort of stuck out a bit more how it would have been in the movie. So a lot more film accurate on that one. So my final thoughts on the Naboo blaster. It's really cool. I wish it was a bit bigger, but you know, it is what it is. It's a fun little single shooter, and it looks the part. So that's my main criteria for a lot of these blasters. I obviously talk about it a lot, but I'm more of a Star Wars collector. That I happen to like the fact that they fire Nerf darts. So if you're into Nerf, this is probably no good for you, because the FPS on it is so low, it's not really worth doing anything with it. But if you're going to Nerf War and you're into Star Wars, you know, this is a real talking piece. Someone sees this, they're gonna go, "What is that?" It's so different. It's so unusual with the sort of scope on the top and the scope on the side. So my overall score for this blaster is...
This is so wizard, Annie.
Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. And if you have, please consider liking and subscribing. That'd be awesome for me. Until next time, may the foam flinging force be with you.
Oh my, Master Nerf Hoarder really does love his Star Wars Nerf blasters. Anyway, please like and subscribe to the channel. Come along, R2. We're leaving.